met a gypsy.
It was around this time I think maybe the Detroit round. I remember you getting in the main and it being a big deal. Was it your first main of the year? Or you'd gotten in more, hadn't you?
It was my second.
Okay.
I made Dallas the Triple Crown.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, no, I remember that, and then I remember like that next week with the OnlyFans chick. So how did that all come about?
She literally just shot me a message on Instagram, and she was like, if I paid you, well, she was like, I'm sorry for everything that happened, right? And then she's like, if I paid you this much, would you put me on like your shroud for the weekend and just give me some publicity? I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, that's a lot of money, man. Hell yeah. I got nothing right now. Like, that would be awesome. Sent the money, no questions asked. Like she didn't even know who I was. Like, she had all the trust in me that I was going to do everything that I said I was going to do. And it worked. She got a lot of publicity out of that, and she saw her stuff go up quite a bit.
Did you hear how many people signed up or anything? Like,
well, she told me a certain number, and then she was like, it was like 3 or 4 times for the week that she usually does.
Fuck, that's pretty sick.
So what she paid me, I think she made a little more.
Yeah,
a little more
but hey,
that.
that's biz. That's good.
Fuck
biz.
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
good business.
I was so pumped when she told me that.
But hey, that's what like all right here.
Yeah.
For anyone listening to this, that's the fucking secret.
Yeah.
Make someone more money.
Yep.
Than they paid you.
Exactly.
That's the fucking secret of business. That's the secret of life.
Yep.
If someone pays like a sponsor, we just sign Motorsport. All right, they're paying me a certain amount of money. I'm gonna try to double it for them.
Yep.
That's it. That's business.
100%. If a sponsor sees no upside to sponsoring you, I mean, why are they gonna sponsor you again, right?
Man, I have people though, still to this day, that talk to me and they're like, "Oh, how do you do this? How can I get this deal? Like, this sponsor's turning me down." I'm like, "What did you offer them?" "Oh, I just told them I wanted this much money." Like, for what?
Exactly.
For what? Like, why? Why would you do that? Where is the value? And it's like, it's the same as an employee. Like, I got employees and they cost X amount of money and they need to return X amount of money.
Exactly.
Otherwise, there's no fucking point. It's like, if you can just think about that in all facets of your life as an employee, as a boss, as a fucking businessman, as a sponsor, as in a relationship, like with my wife, like, she should want to get more from me than she gives to me. And I should want to get more from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone fucking wins.
Yep.
Literally, you crack the code, you know?
There's so many, like, I'm not going to name any names, but there's a couple privateer guys out there that it's like, oh, fuck, dude, poor me, man. I don't have enough money to go racing. Like, why do you not have enough money? You put in zero fucking work to go race. Maybe you make enough money to get a good lap time, but you can't fucking race a heat race. You do nothing for your sponsors. You show up to the track with a dirty bike. Like, sponsors look at this shit, man. Like, you gotta make sure you have a clean presence at the race. Make sure your bike looks good. I mean, it's just basic shit, right? And try to promote your sponsors as best you can. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, dude, how long does it take to make an Instagram post for a sponsor? Fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, I like you said, dude, I don't understand how it's that difficult.
Yeah.
You help out the people that help you, right?
Yeah. And just do more. Like, under promise, over deliver.
100%.
Like, you can't fuck it up then.
That's what Bubba Pauly's team did for me.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I can swear. Yeah, he under promised, over delivered everything that he ever did for me. So, dude, literally nothing but amazing things to say about that team.
That's awesome. All right, let's get into that. I want to keep hearing the first story here. So, she gives you the cash. You're like, fuck yeah, this is unreal. This is that OnlyFans money. And then you make her a bunch more money. So there's like a little bit of a business model here. The fans seem to love it. It like kind of went viral. So where does it go from there?
So after Detroit was Indy, and I asked her if she had any interest in doing anything with me for the next race again. And she did. She paid me the same amount for the next race. But we got a little bit edgier. I was like, what if we like put like an animated picture of like your ass on my bike or something like that? She's like, oh yeah. So like, she's like kind of like sent me like a photo, and I sent it to like my graphic guy, and he did like an animation of it. Yeah, I don't know if the sport was too stoked on that, but a lot of people did like it. But no, it was sick, dude. Like, I did well again that week, and I ended up winning the LCQ, which was fucking insane. And yeah, dude, it just went from there. Then I had a bunch of OnlyFans girls kind of hit me up because they saw her success from it. And not only OnlyFans girls, I mean businesses and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, after that happened, I was like, man, I think I can do something kind of on my own instead of having to. I mean, it is nice kind of having a team. There's a lot of people like that enjoy that route. I mean, you show up to the track, everything's done, good to go. People don't realize, like, I mean, like we were talking before this podcast happened, like, I mean, people think you interview somebody and you post it on YouTube and that's it, right? Like, there's, I mean, look at the studio, man. Like, this shit just doesn't happen overnight. Like, and it's the same thing with like running a little team. I guess, I mean, my little team. I mean, you hit up so many sponsors. Like, you hit up, I mean, see if you can get a little bit of money from a bar company. Like, you hit up 4 bar companies, right? And then you hit up, I mean, you need brake pads. See if you can get the most brake pads from. You hit up 4 brake pad companies. Like, it's so much shit that like people have no idea about. It's a lot.
And then so you kind of have the thought though, where you're like, all right, I could, you know, there's a good business model here. Like maybe I could kind of go on my own, and then you kind of like start looking further into that process, or.
Yeah, I after the 2022 season, I ended up, you know, making a nice little chunk of change towards the end of the season after all that BS happened, and
so did it work out better than if he stayed on board?
100%.
Yeah, like this was.
It was a blessing in disguise.
It's like a chain reaction,
Yes.
right? Like this one shitty thing happened that kind of like laid the foundation for the next couple of years.
I'm so lucky as to how it happened. Actually, if that dipshit's watching this, I hope he is watching this. I actually went up to him and we kind of got into a little altercation. But as I was kind of starting to walk away, I just said, I just want you to know that you made me a lot of money for fucking me over. I just want to thank you. And I went up and I tried to like shake his hand, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Dude, that's all. You know,
It just felt good to say that.
Man, I say this all the time to people that are in my life. I say the best fucking revenge is living a gangster life without a thought for the people that fucked you over.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling a story to my wife the other day of something that happened between like me and a friend, right? And at the time I was pretty off it, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. And it's like I'm still see the person. I'm around. I'm living my life. I'm doing well, and I just hold no hard feelings because again, it was one of those things where it's like my life changed. It got way better. Yeah. Fucking cheers, bro. Like, thank you. You know, the best revenge is just to put the shit in the rear vision mirror and just sail off into the sunset, living a fucking dope ass life.
You're definitely right. I still hold a little bit of hard feelings, not just 'cause I don't care that it happened. I just like the dude is just such a piece of shit. Like anytime I'm around him, I'm just like, oh, like how can you live like that, man? Like I don't get it.
No, there's people like that. I get it. And so then you basically like, okay, this is kind of the way forward. When did you get the attention of the actual OnlyFans guy? It's OnlyFans Dylan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So shit, I want to say it was like maybe middle of September 2022. So I have an agent, I was telling you, helps me out a ton with sponsors and stuff like that. We honestly really didn't even think about reaching out to the corporate company of OnlyFans. It just seemed like a bit of a stretch. Obviously, it's never been done, so I mean, it's kind of crazy to think. But we ended up reaching out, finding an email, just shot like their basic email
info at OnlyFans.
Literally, I think that is the email actually. It was like, I sent that email. I remember I was laying in bed. I remember clear as day. It was like 10:30 at night. And I woke up and I had a follow from the OnlyFans, Dylan, the OnlyFans guy. And I was like, and I looked at I was like really looking at his profile. I was like, is this actually legit? I had an email back from him, and it was CC'd with somebody else from OnlyFans, and they're like, yeah, we'd like to set up a Zoom meeting and see what we can do. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I call my agent. I'm like, dude, like, I think I might actually have something set up here. Had a Zoom meeting with them. Sent a proposal to him and had a signed contract pretty damn quick after that. It was literally insane, man. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I remember the phone call. He was like, yeah, we'll do it. I'm like, oh my God, this is like life changing, man. It's
good on you, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, dude. Like, it's a lot of work though, man. Like, obviously, like it doesn't just fall in your lap, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta put the time in.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.